Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Microsoft Reactor live stream series. Let's get technical. So, my name is Suzanne, and I'm a program manager at Microsoft. So, the Let's Get Technical is a series of 3 short 55-minute virtual events delivering technical demos and know-hows on the latest technology in Asia. So, we started this series in Indonesia earlier this year, then the Philippines, and then recently in Thailand. And today, the Let's Get Technical series has made its way to Singapore. So we're super excited to be at our second out of our three short events today. And you can view the previous one on demand in the link here. So I'm just going to drop it quickly here. Yep. So it's going to be slightly different today. Unlike most sessions, today we will be joined by two guests. So I'll do a little drum roll while I invite them up. So we have Ange and we have Vincent. Hello, Ange and Vincent. Great to have you both with us today. So, Ange and Vincent could be familiar faces to some of y'all, especially, since they are often with the community. So, I'll let you say hello. Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. My name is Ange, or you can call me. My full name is Mary Angela Serbalis, but you can call me Ange. So I'm working as a productivity analyst, where I'm spearheading the adoption of Microsoft 365 and Power Platform in the APAC region, and currently holding a dual MVP in business apps and Microsoft 365 apps and services. So together with me is Vincent.
Yeah, hi everyone. So I'm Vincent. So I'm a Microsoft technical trainer based in Singapore. Yeah, so I teach all the fundamental courses and also recently Power BI and also the AI. Yeah, so if you want to know anything about AI, feel free to connect with me so that we can learn from each other as well. Yeah.
Great. So, I spent the last week learning more about Ange and Vincent. So, fun fact about Ange: in her free time, Ange loves to read books and manga, so the Japanese comics. So, Ange, do you have a favorite to recommend?
Oh, there's a lot, but currently I'm waiting for. When it comes to book, currently I'm reading the Haruki Murakami novels as a vacation, and manga or anime. I'm currently waiting for Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Great. And okay, I obviously do not know those, but okay, what we have in common at least is like we are big fans of Taylor Swift. Yeah, and unfortunately we didn't get our tickets.
Yes.
But okay, anyway. Vincent on
Moving
the other hand,
on.
yeah, moving on. We shall not talk about it. So Vincent on the other hand is a big fan of the Maker Fair. So when I asked Vincent what he has made at the Maker Fair, I was expecting for some creation, like some cool stuff that he's going to share, but he replied connections. So I was like, okay, technically not wrong there, since that's how we get inspired and make great things together, right? So Vincent,
Yeah.
maybe you can share about your favorite belief, your philosophy in life, as well as the creation that you have done.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So yeah, Maker Fair is one of my favorites. So I travel around like to Tokyo, Shenzhen, Taiwan, right? So that to meet with different people, right? Of course, making the connection, but also making projects as well. So I do share some of my inspiring projects on the platform so that I teach others how do you replicate the same project as well. Yeah. So I think my favorite kind of things that I always share, and also I wanted to share in this session is that I hope that you'll get inspired throughout the session and make great things happen. So any kind of great things, right? Connections, projects, or anything, right? So you will do that.
Okay, very inspiring. And I know today both of you are going to talk about AI Copilot. So, Copilot offers a variety of AI tools that can radically streamline one's experience as a software developer. So, I know we can use it to generate code, we can test, we can even do simple applications. So, today we'll be hearing the exciting how to's from you, like how we can use AI Copilot to be a better and happier, more productive developer. So, but before we kick off the session, I'd like to draw everybody's attention to the Reactor Code of Conduct. So, in short, I mean, it's a long few paragraph there, but in short, we really want to ensure that this is an enjoyable event for all. So, please ensure that your comments are respectful, constructive, and welcoming. So, at any time that you have questions, you can drop them in the chat, and we'll be sure to answer as many as possible during Q&A. So, Ange and Vincent, it's over to you now. So, take it away.
Thank
Thank you,
you. Yeah.
sis.
All right. So welcome once again, everyone. Yeah. So right now, I just wanted to have some interaction with all of you as well throughout the session. So you can use the chat function. So right now, AI is everywhere. I think no doubt if any of you not heard about AI, then probably you need to study more about AI, right? So AI is being everywhere right now. And also you will remove all the drudgery of work and unleash creativity, right? Said Satya Nadella, Chairman and CEO of Microsoft. Yeah. So in today's session, there will be very exciting things that we are going to share about, like how do we enable Copilot in the Power Platform. Yeah. So before we go into that, let me just have a quick agenda for you. So we are going to introduce to Copilot in Power Platform. So what is it about Copilot, and how do you get started in Copilot? Yeah, and especially in the Power Apps and also Power Automate. And later on, Ange will also show you some of the demos that you can go through as well. And finally, we'll take some of the questions and answer. If you have any questions, feel free to type onto the chat and we will answer it at the end of the session. So are we all good? All right. So I hope all of you are ready. So let's get into that. Yeah. So before we really get into the Copilot, I just wanted to bring your attention to this Microsoft Power Platform. It might be new to some of you, right? So Microsoft Power Platform is basically a low-code platform that they have like 5 key products right here, as you can see. Power BI for the business analytic, Power Apps for the app development, Power Automate for the process automation, Power Virtual Agent for all the intelligent virtual agents like the chatbots, and also Power Pages for external facing website. And all of these platforms are built on top of all the data connectors, AI builders, and Dataverse. Yeah. So in today's, we'll be focusing more on enabling the Copilot on Power Apps and Power Automate. Right. So Ange, I've heard about Copilot everywhere right now. So I've browsed through LinkedIn and all that. They talk about Copilot. So I roughly know Copilot is something like someone is helping me instead of I'm the pilot, right? So, but how do I get started into all this? Will you be able to show me around?
Sure, that's a great question. But before we start, uh, the Copilot AI across Power Platform. So, how AI Copilot will help your app makers and end users in building your apps and automations. So, with no coding experience and having an idea for an app you want to build, through describing using natural language, you can build app or flows in less than 10 minutes with the help of Copilot. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Copilot is trained? So, Copilot is trained on your organization's data and processes, so it gives more accurate and relevant suggestions based on your data from your Dataverse data, business process flow, with Power Platform connectors and custom connectors. So now let's dig in on how we can create Power Apps with Copilot. But before we start, here are the prerequisites on how you get started. So in Copilot and Power Apps, you need to make sure that you are in under the US environment. And then you need to have a Microsoft Dataverse database, as well as the AI builder must be enabled and also the Copilot. But how to do this? Let me show you how I enabled this in my tenant. So if I switch my screen here, under an environment, if you are a Power Platform admin, under the tenant, under settings, you need to make sure that Copilot is enabled. So now you already enabled it. Let's say you have already an existing environment, US environment. So if you open in my case, I'm using the Power Platform US environment. And then from here, you go to settings. And then under product and features, you enable the Copilot, and also you need to enable the AI builder. But what if you don't have an US environment? So you need to create a new environment. So you just select new, type in the name of your environment. So let's say I use Copilot. And then you need to make sure you're using United States or Preview United States. This one is good if you want to enable the Copilot in Power Automate. So I'll choose the Preview United States. And then I'm using the trial for now. And then you just click save. I don't want to create a new one because I already have an existing one. But you just click the save, and then it will create a new environment. So
I
now
see.
you've already created your environment. So how am I going to start building my app? So if you go to Power Apps, I'm going to switch over to my, because I have a lot of environment, because my environment is under Asia. So I'm going to switch in to the US environment. If you're in the US environment, you will have this Copilot view, or like where you can type in, it's not a Copilot view, sorry, but this is where you type in on how to type in what do you want what do you want the Power Apps to build. So let's say I want to create an app to track the store supplies, for example. And then from here, the Copilot experience will generated a table for you. So you already have a generated table. That's the reason why you need to have the Dataverse table. It will also give you a sample data, and the Copilot experience will stay within during your creating the app. So now, for example, this is already you want to tweak the schema of the Dataverse. So let's say you want to, if I check the price view column, currently it's not a required field, and I want this price to be a required field. So what I'm going to do is I'll just type in like show price field. Wait, sorry. It should be change price field to a required field. So while it's working out, so if you check the price, now the price field is already required. And then let's say you want to add more fields, you just type in add status column with choices pending, approved, and rejected. Currently, there's no status column, so it will add another column for that one. So now you have a status column. Let's say you can also ask, I want to have additional samples. Because you want more sample. Because currently it only have like 5 data. Now you already have 10. So let's say you're already done with it and you don't have any more changes. We can tweak it later in the Canvas app, but right now I'm already done with my schema. I'll just create an app, and after this, you will have an app that is ready to go live already. So it's already up and running. So while it's creating, we'll just wait.
Wow, this is so cool. Just like by typing some of the words, right? Yeah.
And it will automatically create what you want. But it's still in preview, so it's not advisable to do it in production. You can just play around, and if you have any issues encounter, you can raise it in the Power Platform community. So now you already have a running app. So wait, let me zoom out this a little bit. So now these are all your data. So I can start searching, let's say PQR. Yeah. Search the data. I can edit this data. I just approve. It will automatically edit the data. I'll just cancel it. So you can also view it through phone. You can change it by, let's say I'm gonna let me check if, because I'm using, let's say an Apple. Let's say I'm using this one. So this is what it looks like in the Apple phone or in the tablet. So this is, so it's already up and running. And let's say there's another one features that is already available in the Copilot and Power Apps. So let me try to create a new screen. Wait, let me insert a new screen. Sorry, blank. This is what we call the Copilot component. It's not showing. Wait. Let me try to save it and refresh it. Should be able to see the Copilot component that is currently available in Power Apps, where you can ask questions within the app itself, like what does this app do, or like what is the highest price of this data. Let me try to reload it and see if the Copilot component is showing. Because sometimes it's showing, sometimes it's not. Insert Copilot. Yeah, it's not showing. Let me try to bring back my old, the app that I already created. Or am I in a different environment? Wait, let me switch over again to the different environment.
I see. Yeah, so the environments made a difference.
Mm-mm. Oh, it's not here. Oh, there, I see it. Okay. While it's loading.
Wow, it looks like kind of fun to create all these apps and also with the Copilot right now. Yeah.
There. So this one is, I added this Copilot preview. Yeah, it's not showing the component, which is kind of weird. So this is what I already created previous last 2 days ago. So what it does is, this is a component that you could add in your app. So what you could do here, it's basically like you can ask question within using this app. So let's say, what is the highest price? What is the So currently the highest price is £500. So if I check the data here in my data source, which is correct. Oh wait, the price is not showing. So yeah, so the highest price of that app is £500. And this one, this Copilot, you need to connect it in your data source, which the data source that I created is the sample store supply. This is the Dataverse table that generated when I'm creating the Copilot. And yes, so you can also ask like, what does this app do? So this app, so it will also show like if you're not familiar with what this app does. So this app is store the data about items such name or units, price, and status. It's kind of okay, but yeah. So that's how Copilot is what it does in Power Apps.
Wow.
So right now, the chatbot control in Power Apps, which I shown you a while ago, is already available, but the app description is not yet available. So that's the Copilot in Power Apps. Now, let's switch things over in the Copilot in Power Automate. So for the Copilot in Power Automate, you need to make sure that yes, and your environment is United States as well as your it could be in United States or the preview United States that I've shown you a while ago. Now let's switch to the demo. I'm gonna use the preview. Let me try to use the okay. So this is what the Copilot in Power Automate looks like. So you just describe what you want to design. So let's say what I want to build is when a new item here in my SharePoint list, it will send an email notification to me or to my manager for an approval. So I'm going to describe it here like create a flow. Oh, wait. So you need to be more specific with your prompt. So when a new item is created in SharePoint, send an email notification or send an email message to me. You can also, this already has a suggested flow description. You can choose whatever you want, but you can just go with what you wanted and click submit. And from there, it will give you some suggested trigger, which is this is correct because I want when an item is created, it will send a notification. And then my action is this is what the flow will do. So it will send an email notification. So I'm good with this. And then I'll just click next. And then it will also automatically connect with your connection. So I need a SharePoint and an Outlook connections. I'll just click next. And then let's say the site that I want to connect is the next reality space. And then the name of my list is furniture list. Because this is optional, so I can just tweak it later. And then I'll just create a flow. The good thing about it is what I like about the new Power Automate is that they give you a new look and feel of the designer. What I love about this is it's not more. It is more. It it doesn't take up so much space than in the classic one. So if you open if you select a trigger or the action, it will display all the settings here in the left panel, and then all throughout as well with when you're building a Copilot in Power Automate, it will still be with you. So let's say I want to. So currently my setting is it will send an email to me, but I want to send this email instead to my manager. So let's say um, I want to send an email notification to my manager. So what it will do, it will add an action or and then change the parameter based on the prompt that you send to Copilot.
Wow, I was using this Power Automate, and yeah, this Copilot I think definitely will help me a lot. Yeah, to just describe it with my layman
Mm.
words.
Yeah, but using only the natural language, you already can build a a flow. So it added a new action, which is get my manager profile. So if I check the send an email, previously it was send an email notification to me. Now it will send an email to my manager. If you can see it, so now it shows outputs get manager. Previously it's output mail, which is my mail. Okay, we can also do because I want to change the subject. Let's say I want the subject of my email to new request submitted for. There are times that sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. So you need to be more specific with your prompt. So let's see if it will update my subject in my send an email action. So now it's updated. Let's say I want to add like I want the body of the email to be mm, a new request.
Just curious, so far had you used this Copilot? Is it the result that generated is kind of like 100% accurate for you?
Sometimes it's not working, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. So probably 50-50. It depends
Oh,
because
50
you
50.
need not really 50-50, but it depends on how specific your prompt is because sometimes it doesn't understand what you mean by the when you're typing
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess
prompt in the Copilot.
the context and the prompt as well. Yeah.
Mm. So now I already have it. Sometimes when you do the dynamics, when you add, let's say, for example, I want the title of the new item in SharePoint to be added in the body of the content of the email. It will not display. So you need to manually input the dynamic data of, let's say, the title of that item. So you need to manually do it sometimes
I see.
because it doesn't read, and it's still under preview, so there might be a lot of development, and we're also uh,
Yeah.
if you have any suggestion or something, you can just post it in the community.
I see.
Now, if you're okay with your flow, you can just save the flow, and you're good to go. So you can just this flow is already up and running.
Wow, and you just created this in like how many minutes? I think it's just so quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Wow. Impressive. Yeah.
yeah. Also, in the new Power Automate, you can also there are already two ways to update your flow. You could use the classic one, the edit one. If you're not comfortable, I'm still not comfortable with the new one, so I usually go with the edit with designer the old way. But if you're comfortable with the new one, you can just select the AI designer, and then the Copilot will display in the right side of your screen. Yep. So that's how easy it is to build an app and flow with the help of the Copilot.
Wow. Really great. Yeah. I learned something new today. Yeah. Thank you.
So now, if you want to learn more about Copilot across Empower platform, but what if you don't have an account, or if you want to have an environment, but how do I get that environment, or how to have a Power Platform account?
Oh.
So, what can they do, Vincent?
Oh yeah, so this is such a great question. So I think we have seen you doing this, right? So yeah, for myself, I found out that this Power App Developer Plan that I can use, right, so that I can do whatever that you are trying just now. Yeah. So for those of you who interested, you can sign up for your developer plan, and this will include those Power Apps, Power Automate, Dataverse, also how do you connect to your data and all that. Eh, I mean, you can do exactly the same like what Ange has just shown, right? So just go on to this link and you can sign up for the Power Apps developer plan and just play around with it, creating new environments and also enable the Copilot, and you will see the magic happening. Yeah. So I hope you have had fun for that, right? So definitely, I found that this is very useful for me, so that I'm not just seeing what you are doing. Wow, it's impressive. Wow, just typing and then I will get the apps and also the flow. But I think the best way to learn is really that I get my hands dirty, where I really try it out myself as well. Yeah. So this is definitely recommended. Yeah. I hope you can also share with your friends. Yeah. Ange?
Yes. Um, please go get a Power Up developer plan
Okay.
and
Good.
start building.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn more about Copilot across Power Platform, we have a reference for you. Copilot is already available in Pages, P- uh, Power Pages, Power Virtual Agent, Power Automate, and Power Apps. So you can go check out this link for more details.
Yeah, great. I think all these are definitely a great resources for me. Yeah, that for me to learn more, stay curious. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I think that should be all for the sessions. So I think it's very good that right now we are going to have some Q&A from all of you. So let me just look into the chat if there's any questions. All right. There's one question from Manish Kuta. Yeah. So, and let's see if we are able to answer this. Any additional pricing or limitation of regions for Copilot to work with Power Platform? Yeah, what is your thought on this? Yeah.
Oh, currently the Copilot processing is not yet available, so I'm not sure what is the pricing for that one. And the limitation for the region, it's currently only available in United States environment. So you need to go check out US and you go build or create your new environment using the preview United States or the United States environment.
Yeah, and also of course, if you are using the Power Platform, right, there's also different licensing as well for that. Yeah, so like what Ange mentioned, the Copilot, all that. I think the pricing we do not know yet at the moment. Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's the next questions that we have. Okay. Oh yeah, also from Manish Kuta. That's great. Thanks for all the questions. So does Copilot also work for Canvas app or Power Pages? I remember just now you demo more on the Canvas app,
Canvas
right?
app, yes.
Okay.
For the Power Pages, yes, it's already available. You go check out this link.
I see. Yeah, great. So for Manish, so yeah, just now what Ange is just demoing is on the Canvas app also, and for the Power Pages is also available already. Okay, great. So I saw, yeah, I think there's another questions from Manish as well. Yeah. So I have a use case where we need to retrieve top end customer based on their sales in Power BI report and show on pie chart. Does Copilot support this use case? Wow, it's kind of long questions, but it just maybe means that just wanted to get the top end customer based on their sales in Power BI and put it on the pie chart. Can we just type it onto the Copilot and they will generate for us? Do you think so?
I'm not currently. I don't have an idea about if there will be a Copilot in Power BI. If that's the question, so yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, so I think for you, Manish, get the Power Apps developer plan and have fun with it, and perhaps we will learn from you if whatever that you wanted to do is possible or not, and share with us, right? Yeah, so feel free to connect with us so that we can also learn from you. Yeah. All right. So let me just check again. Do we have any more questions? Yeah, I think there's no more questions. Mm, what about Ange? Do you have any questions for me?
Hmm.
I think while waiting for I think there's about around 20 of them in this show. I think they are probably taking some time to gather some questions, right? So I just wondering if you have any questions that, yeah, for me, or maybe what do you think that you can, yeah, share with me, right? Yeah, or ask me, right? Yeah.
Questions. That's a tough one.
Okay.
Mm, so with this, with Copilot, what can you say? What benefit that the Copilot will do as a new as a zero as no experience in coding? Are
Yeah.
they
So yeah,
interested in more?
of, of course, I think this Copilot, right, will be very helpful for me. Yeah, will be very helpful for me because previously I was having some issue with the what how do I navigate around the complicated interface, you know. So that's why I was like, wow, I was impressed with like what you have just shown me. Just type it with the description as accurate as possible, then you'll get what you want, right? But there's these questions that I always get to hear from others, my friends also. Wow, with this then the Copilot will replace my job, right? So that's why I was thinking, yeah, it's probably not, right? It's probably just like if you leverage on AI such as this Copilot, right, they will help us to increase our productivity in the work, right? If we are not using the AI, then perhaps we might be replaced, right? But I think we are all trying to leverage on these AI tools to help us be more productive instead of focusing on the low level work. We are right now can focus more on the high level work, right? So that's what I think of, right, with this Copilot that is really useful. Instead of need to know everything like the in and out, I can just describe it and I get what I have. Yeah. So this is what I think about from there. Yeah. Okay. So I saw there's another questions in the chat, right? By STS BMU. Can Copilot data be SharePoint list? Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. For if we're talking about in the Canvas app, currently it's not SharePoint list is not available. In part, I made yes, it's available, but yeah,
I
in Canvas
see.
app, no.
In KOS, no. So in only in the Power
They
Automate.
did diverse. You can only use Copilot in Power Apps using the Dataverse table.
Oh, okay.
For
Not the.
now, yeah, for now. I can
Yeah.
say no yet, but yeah.
All right, great. Thank you for that question. So I hope it answers your questions or for the STS BMU. Yeah. All right. So let's see if there's more in the chat. So yeah, it's really great that to see all the questions from the community, right? Yeah. So that we also can learn what's in your mind for all of you. Yeah. So if you still have, so feel free to type onto the chat. We are waiting for you for those questions. Yeah. So let me just, yeah, perhaps we will just wait for a moment before we conclude the session. Yeah. Okay, let me just check again. So I think so far it's not right. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that should be all for our session today, right? So yeah, and right now I also wanted to share with you this AI Builder Challenge. Yeah, so go ahead with this link, aka.ms/ Let's Get Technical Builder Challenge. This will be a challenge that will help you introduce you to the AI Builder that is uh, part of the Power Platform, right? So that you can use this in the Power Apps and Power Automate. Yeah. So sign up, do register. I think it will be starting on the mid of July. Yeah. So go ahead, get yourself inspired in this builder challenge, and you will do great. Yeah. All right. So I think we still have one more. Yeah. So yeah, basically this is what I've just mentioned earlier on. So don't worry about AI will replace our job, right? So but what I really learned about is that AI will help us to improve our productivity. Yeah, so that we will be better in our job. Yeah. All right. So and finally, we uh, do we wanted to share our contact details as well? Yeah, so we do have one of the so feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn. So we are on LinkedIn and you can always reach out to us if you have anything. Yeah, so anything like if you get some findings from the developer plan and you try it out something, so share with us so that we can learn from you as well. Yeah, so today Ange has just inspired you how to enable the co-pilots and how do you do all the things, right, so that you can generate the apps and also the Power Automate the flow, right? So you right now you will make something great happen. Yeah, with the Power Apps developer plan. Yeah, so feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn. So I think for myself and Ange, we do post regularly on LinkedIn as well. Yeah. So with that, thank you everyone for your attention. Yeah. So we'll
Thank,
bring shoes back to the screen. Yeah.
thank you so much, everyone.
Hi, don't we all love live shows and demos? It's always exciting, right? And a bit nerve-wracking. But yeah, thank you, Ange and Vincent. That preview was really insightful, showing us the power of AI Copilot in Power Platform itself. So that was great. I mean, you couldn't see me back there, but I was actually really quite blown away. Like, imagine how some of us had to learn how to code to create apps like back in the days. But now anyone can create like in 3 easy steps. And I'm already thinking of what app to sort of create with this. Maybe an app that allows us to exchange used clothes and items, so to encourage sustainability. Maybe that could be one. My point is that basically the possibilities are endless, right? And thank you so much for all the additional resources that many of us can level up beyond today's session. So you watching this right now, be sure to click on them to complete. I see that we have like our audience very excited. We have like Brian who's like eager to try. So yeah, be sure to complete them. You can participate in the Builder Challenge, like what Vincent and Ange has been sharing. We also encourage you to join us for our next Let's Get Technical Singapore series. It's happening same time next Thursday. So earlier we have included a survey to today's session. I'm just going to pop it up again. There you go. Yep. So if you have time to fill it up, that would be great. Lee will be very appreciative if you could do that. And if you also like to reference back to today's session, you can do so on our Reactor YouTube channel straight after today's live stream. So yeah, we'll be happy to know what topics you would like to hear from us. Yeah, so with that, we conclude today's session. Perfect timing, 45-minute almost. So that gives everybody 10 minutes back to end the day. It's Thursday and tomorrow Friday. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thanks, Ange and Vincent. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. Thank you,
Bye.
Sus.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.